Slavery, one of humanity's darkest chapters, a practice that persisted for thousands of years, affecting millions of lives. It's a story of suffering, resilience, and ultimately, triumph. But how did the world go from normalizing slavery to abolishing it? Today, we're diving into the epic history of the abolition of slavery, a journey marked by rebellion, resilience, and a relentless fight for justice. From ancient empires to modern movements, this is a story that shows the power of collective action and the enduring quest for freedom. So let's get started. To understand abolition, we first need to understand slavery's deep roots. In ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, and Rome, slavery was woven into the social fabric. Enslaved people built empires, fought in wars, and toiled in fields. In some cases, they were prisoners of war, debtors, or even born into servitude. While ancient societies accepted slavery as normal, dissent existed. Greek philosophers like Aristotle debated its morality, and stories like the rebellion of Spartacus showed that enslaved people never stopped yearning for freedom. Fast forward to the 16th century, and slavery evolved into a monstrous enterprise, the transatlantic slave trade. European colonizers transported millions of Africans to the Americas, enslaving them to fuel industries like sugar, tobacco, and cotton. The journey, known as the Middle Passage, was unimaginably cruel. Packed into ships with barely any space to breathe, many didn't survive the voyage. But even in the face of unimaginable suffering, enslaved people resisted through revolts, escape, and the preservation of their cultures. Their defiance planted seeds of resistance that would later grow into full-fledged abolition movements. In the late 18th century, change was in the air. Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke began questioning the idea of humans owning humans. Religious groups, particularly Quakers, called for abolition, emphasizing the equality of all souls before God. One pivotal figure was Olaudah Equiano, a former slave who wrote a powerful autobiography exposing the horrors of slavery. His words opened eyes and stirred hearts, especially in Britain. By 1807, their efforts paid off. Britain abolished the transatlantic slave trade. This victory didn't end slavery, but it was a critical first step. The fight for freedom wasn't confined to Britain. Across the Americas and the Caribbean, enslaved people were fighting for their liberation. In Haiti, the 1791 revolution, led by formerly enslaved people, toppled French colonial rule. It was the first nation in history founded by former slaves. Meanwhile, in the United States, abolitionists like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, and William Lloyd Garrison led the charge. The Civil War became a defining moment, with Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 signaling the end of slavery in America. While the U.S. and Haiti were making strides, the movement for abolition spread worldwide. In 1834, Britain abolished slavery across its colonies. France followed in 1848, and Brazil, the last country in the Americas to do so, abolished slavery in 1888. But abolition wasn't just a Western movement. Countries in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia also started dismantling systems of slavery, often under pressure from local activists and changing economic realities. Today, slavery might seem like a relic of the past, but it hasn't disappeared entirely. Modern slavery, including forced labor and human trafficking, still affects over 40 million people worldwide. Organizations like the United Nations and grassroots activists are fighting to eradicate these practices. The legacy of abolition reminds us that every small action counts, and justice is worth fighting for. The history of slavery and its abolition is a powerful reminder of humanity's capacity for both cruelty and compassion. It's a testament to the strength of those who fought tirelessly for justice, and a call for us to continue their work. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history. If you found this video inspiring or informative, give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the past. Together, we can learn from history to build a better future. See you next time.